Hey YouTube, good afternoon. It's a nice snowy day here in Cleveland in April. I'm on my lunch break and I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I'm gonna talk about this. I used to watch, I think it was Project Runway. And I don't remember the name of was it not Project Runway? It was What Not to Wear, okay, on TLC. I can't remember, no, it was Project Runway. I think it was Project Runway. But anyway, one of the designers on there, a white guy, very stylish, I don't remember his name, but he said, he coined a phrase, and I've been thinking about that for a long time. It was years ago, so I've been thinking about it for a while. He called it the Slobification of America. And boy, I can't help but agree with him. Now, I went shopping this weekend, okay, because I wanted to buy some, a few trousers, slacks, professional, like suits. And the disappointment I was just extremely disappointed about what's out there to wear. It's just like nothing, I went to a few department stores. First, I went to Macy's, okay, because, I'm thinking, now, I have not bought this type of attire in years, a long time, okay. I'm in a different kind of work position now, okay, and no, where I work there is no particular uniform, okay, just in other words, just don't come in looking a wreck. You understand what I'm saying? Still, sometimes depending on your position, you may still want to, dress a certain way, especially if you're in a position of authority, which I am, right now. And so, sometimes you just want to look the part, okay? Now, I ain't saying you got to wear a business suit, all that type of thing, It's up to you, but I choose to for my position. I love wearing jeans, okay? I love just throwing on jeans and some kicks, t-shirt, okay. But when I was just subbing in one district, it was no problem, okay. It was fine. I just went in there, I sat in the teacher's chair, took attendance, and gave them their work for the day. I'm not in that kind of position anymore, okay. And whether we want to believe it or not, I feel as though what you wear and how you present yourself has a lot to do with how people react to you, okay. And the work that I'm doing right now, like I said, it's an administrative position, all right? So it's important to me, that those that I have to lead, I'll put it that way, understand my leadership position as soon as they see me. So I go to Macy's, and I have, like I said, I haven't done this in a long time, but I just couldn't understand. All I'm looking for is, like pants, trousers, slacks, whatever you want to call them, with a lining, okay? Maybe a couple of pairs of those, black is classic, navy blue is classic, a nice blazer, and maybe a skirt or two. You understand what I'm saying? You have those basic things and some pantyhose. Okay, you can do a whole lot with that, all right? I didn't have a problem with blouses, okay? No problem with that. But in terms of the pants, there were only two brands, okay? Casper, okay? If some of y'all familiar, Casper been around for a long time, and Calvin Klein. Okay, which for me is like one end of the spectrum or the other. Now, don't get me wrong, they had some nice things. They look nice on the hanger. Okay, I'm not talking about on the hanger. I'm talking about on my body. Okay, or anybody's body. Okay, the first thing that I look for, my mother was a seamstress. My mother, the lady who raised me, okay, I probably would call her Mama Number One from now on. Okay. I got two mothers. I talked about it already. I got a birth mother and the one who raised me, okay? They're both my mom, okay? But I'm talking about the one who raised me, so I probably call her mama number one, because I don't know about number two. I'll figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, the woman who raised me, okay, she was a seamstress. I mean, she made wedding dresses. She used to sew the sequins and everything by hand, okay? So she really taught me over the years. And I grew up in church. And when I was growing up in church, we dressed for church, okay? That was that time period. And when I say we dressed, we wore our skirts, dresses, and all of that type of thing, okay? Slips, okay? I remember I was wearing whole slips and then half slips. My mother, she hated half slips. But she said, okay, you want a half slip? Fine, I give you a half slip. Because, I only wanted a whole slip for a dress. To me, wearing a whole slip and it was a skirt and the top, it was uncomfortable, okay? Because I felt like, depending on what I had on, I felt like I didn't need the half slip up top, and the camisoles and all that. She wasn't a big fan of camisoles, okay? But nevertheless, so she taught me, when something was made, if it was, sewn right and all of that type of stuff, okay? She taught me all of that. And then with the linings, as I got older, I was like, why I need to wear a slip if the skirt have a lining? Well, you still need to okay, especially because it lays like this okay? But it was a time period at the same time where this is just how people dressed, okay? Like I said, for church period, okay? The first thing I go look for is a lining, okay, in my pants, okay? Now, one person said to me, why you need a lining in your pants? And this was an older person, okay? Why? Because it makes the pants, fall a certain way on your body, okay? It gives you a nice, sleek look. And you wouldn't, I used to think, how does a lining make that much of a difference? But as I was getting older and I wasn't wearing that type of thing anymore because my lifestyle was different, and I would see they slowly stopped putting linings in certain things, and I would see the difference, okay, and how it laid on your body. So the first thing I look for is a line. Now, I've had clothes from Casper before in the past, okay? And these clothes had linings in them. The pants had linings in them. The blazers had linings in them. The skirts had linings in them. The suits had linings in them, okay? I didn't wear Calvin Klein back then, all right? I don't wear it now. Nothing against Calvin Klein. It's just, that's just not where my mind automatically goes, all right? So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what I got. Now, I'm short, okay? So back then, they just had the standard length. Okay, so my mom would always, I get my pants or whatever, my mom would always put a hem in them. No, I did not learn how to put a hem in no clothes, and she ain't in the state no more, so I can't just give them to her. So, and I really don't want to have to buy stuff and, have to go to somebody to figure out. My daughter said, you're going to have to get a sewing machine to figure out. I said, well, Randy did it by hand. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to look on YouTube to figure out how to put a hem and stuff. But as well, now they make stuff short, tall, regular, so on and so forth. All right, but at the same time, for me, short is just like it hit my ankle, okay? And sometimes you want it, just a little bit below the ankle, like right up under that ankle. That's perfect for me. All right, but anyway, listen, I am not a small person, okay? I was powerlifting and lifting heavy weight for about 4 or 5 years, and so I kind of bulked up, not like a man, okay? And it does offer you some shape. It helps to hold stuff in. But then I was eating, for a while, emotional eating, things that I did not normally eat. So I gained a lot of weight. I got a lot of fat on top of a lot of muscle, okay? So I go to get the sizes. I don't have a lot of time, so let me see if I can remember. I got the Casper pants. I said, let me try them on anyway. It was a size 14. Now, I got size 12 jeans that's sliding down because I've been working on weight loss. I done lost maybe about 10 pounds, okay? But as big as I was, or am, okay, I don't appear to be the weight that I am because of the weight lifting, okay, that I've done. And I haven't done that in a couple months, all right? But I get back to it. I'm just kind of walking right now and diet. Okay, and when I say that, I mean changing my eating, okay, from what it was, okay, to what I know it should be, all right? But nevertheless, excuse me. So I think it was like a size, I took a size 12 in the back, and I took a 14 in the back, okay? The 14s, they fit, but because they don't have a lining, okay, they fit all right up under my gut, okay? But I could still hook them up. and everything. I was like, and the pants were long, too long. And then let me go look in the petite section. So I go look in the petite section. All that was in the petite section was Calvin Klein. I know that it's a slimmer cut, okay? I got them, and the 14s didn't even think about going, okay? I have hips. I am hippie, okay? And I got a little bit of a butt. It ain't a big butt, because my ass was flat all my life, and I didn't have a hip nowhere, okay? I'm a woman now. You understand? I'm 50, shit. You understand what I'm saying? I got hips now, okay? And my thighs, I got them thighs that save lives. Thick thighs save lives, okay? Ain't that what they say? And I got some hips on me that I did not have, okay, before. So it was like, ain't no need of me, being bothered with this, all right? So I said, well, let me try. I was disgusted. I said, because these pants don't have a lining in them, no way. I don't like this shit, okay? So I said, well, let me go to Dillard's at, another mall here that used to be a very nice mall. It was more of a high-end mall. But on the east side of Cleveland, they done got rid of about, I think, like 4 malls. I mean, Severance, Richmond. Severance is still kind of there, but it ain't what it was, okay? There ain't no department stores here. Severance, Richmond. And the funny thing is, when I was a kid, I hated going to the department store. I did not like going to the department store, okay? My mother laughed. She would be like, she wanted to take me to the department store so bad, but I would go, to the other dress shops to buy stuff. I was like, that's for old ladies. I don't like that stuff in there, okay? Now, I want to go to the department store, okay? But anyway, so it was Severance, Richmond, Randall. There's 3 malls. Oh, in Euclid. 4 malls that are closed down. Okay, there's one on the east side, which is where I live on the east side. Okay, so I went so I'll go to this mall that used to be a high-end mall. Where do you think everybody gonna go? You done close off damn malls for whatever reason. Everybody's gonna go to that mall. Okay, so I said, well, maybe because they got a Saks there. Okay, they got Nordstrom there. So I said, let me try Dillard's, because Dillard's used to always have the professional section. So I go there. Before I go marching around, I asked an associate. I was like, told her what I was looking for. She said, oh no, all they have here is Casper and Calvin Klein. I said, what? I just came from Macy's. It was the same thing. And I was telling her my issue, which I'm telling you. This was a young girl. She was from Saudi Arabia, but she was half Egyptian and half German. We had a nice little long talk, about other stuff. And I said, well, I know people come in and complain. She said they complain all the time. A lot of women are coming in here complaining all the time about this situation. I said, well, ain't no need for me to look around. Ain't no need for me wasting my time, because I got, it was time for me to go do some other stuff. And the mall was about to close anyway. So I go to, I said, well, okay, I'll go further east, okay, way out east. To one of the malls out there, and because they have a JCPenney. Now, thing about JCPenney, I'm never going to JCPenney. Please, I started going to JCPenney for that type of attire because they had it, and it was very nice, okay? So I said, they got a JCPenney. I said, but first, we got there, I said, let me try Dillard's. Okay, all right. The Dillard's out there had more. And I was telling the lady, I said, I'm surprised. I said, this Dillard's has more than that other mall. She said, yeah. She said, I'm hearing a lot of people come in and say that this, and she said, I'm surprised. I said, I am too. But they had more of a selection, all right? They had one brand. It was a brand that I was not familiar with, never heard of before, and the pants, listen, the pants was cold, okay? They were red, and they had a lining in them, but they did not have my size, okay? And then they didn't have with the short, the regular and long. It was just one standard size, and I was like, I ain't got time to be trying to figure out how to hem it, but never, it didn't matter because I didn't have my size. So I go looking, and I saw another brand, okay? They had the short, long, and regular, but they didn't have a lining. I said, well, I'm gonna try these on. So I tried them on. I was thoroughly disgusted. I think they were size 14, and if I got a 16, it would have been too big, okay? So I got the 14. But they don't have a lining in them, okay? These pants, I do not know how they are cutting these pants. That professional look, the suit, it is supposed to fall on you a certain way. Not grab you up under your ass, okay, and be so tight on the back of your thighs that you can see every dimple in there. It doesn't really have anything to do with size. It doesn't even have anything to do with weight, okay? Because they made those clothes back then that it didn't matter what size you were. You could be a 3X. They had that lining in there, and they had that specific cut. I don't know the name of the cut. Maybe somebody out there is a seamstress, or they sew, and you know better than I do. I just know when I put it on, and I know from when I see it hanging on the hanger. But I'm thinking, well, I'll try this shit anyway. I'm gonna try it. Okay, so I said, okay, I'm gonna get these. I got pantyhose. I put some pantyhose. I was talking to another lady where I found finally some pantyhose. Okay, I said, well, I'll buy these pantyhose because the pantyhose will help that situation. Still ain't gonna fall, but at least it will hold some stuff in, so everything is not showing. Okay, every aspect of your body and your ass and your thighs and everything like that is not for the world to see. And it's not even about for the world to see. It just looks, to me, it just looks raggedy. Okay, it just look raggedy. You want that nice sleek fall. Okay, the pants don't have to grip you up under your ass. Okay, and grip your belly and all of that kind of stuff. It's not always, like I said, it's not always a matter of size and weight. It is the cut of the clothes. It is the way they cut them and put that lining in them to help that nice fall. Just like with the skirt, so the same things with the skirts. Okay, I said, okay, so I got 2 pants. I said, let's go down to JCPenney's and see what they got. I don't know what that JCPenney was. Most of them are closed now. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so I went there. I tried on the skirt. I got a 14 and a 16. Yeah, the 16 was too big. The 14 fit, but it gripped your belly. Listen, honey, I don't care what nobody say. I lived in a time where it didn't matter. I've been various sizes. My weight has always fluctuated. It has always fluctuated, okay? And so, I know how things lay and I know the cut. Again, I can look at them on the hanger and see the cut, and I can look and see, I know exactly what that's gonna do. That's gonna fall perfectly, okay? Or that's gonna grip it'll fit at your waist, okay? May fit part of your leg, but it's gonna grip other parts of your body. I don't know why. And then I'm talking to the associates, and they're like, a lot of people are complaining about it. So I'm not the only person out here that has a complaint about that. So I got them pants. I didn't get the skirt, but I did find a nice blazer. Okay, nice enough. Okay, that I can wear, because I have some nice things, but they're sleeveless. I don't want to be sleeveless in a work environment. Okay, so I have the blazer to put it on. Okay, listen. I don't know what. Even the pantyhose. Okay, I got Hanes. I got the biggest size. Them shits didn't fit. But it's the biggest size. The biggest size, I think, is supposed to be like the extra large or something like that. Okay? Like I said, I got hips and I got thighs. All right? This is not the biggest size. I looked, I said, maybe I picked up the wrong size. No, I didn't. What is happening, okay, with the cut of these clothes? You're saying America's obese, as everybody fat as fucking, in other words, okay, but you're cutting the clothes smaller and smaller. It used to, there was a time that you knew what size you wore. You generally, and then I saw some slacks, small, medium, and large. What the fuck does that mean? Small, medium, and large. Okay, for these types of clothes. Okay, we're not talking about a shirt or a t-shirt. Okay. If jeans could have a number size on them, then why can't these have a number size? Now, some of y'all watching, you may remember way back in the day when they had sizes, when they had 2 sizes, 1/2. You know what I'm saying? 9/10. Okay. Then they started doubling the size, and then they took away that and just had one number. But you generally knew what size you wore. If you wore a size 8, then you went and got, and then they took away the odd numbers and just had the even numbers, okay? But you generally knew wherever you went, you could buy a size 8. Now, there might be one brand that was cut a little small, because I remember Jones, New York. I could never wear, I love Jones, New York, beautiful clothes, but I could never, they just never fit me well, okay? Now, we're talking about a department store. I'm like, where's Jones, New York? Where are all these other labels that I'm familiar with? And I'm not talking about that long ago, because I remember going to JCPenney. My daughter was 16. I remember when she was like 2. I went and got some stuff from JCPenney, because I was doing a chaplaincy at the hospital. So I, wanted to look professional, okay? So, and I had some shit then, okay? Well, you know how I go. You lose weight, get rid of stuff and think, well, I ain't gonna be that size again. Yeah, okay, but I'm one of them people that, yeah, I'm not size again. Okay, But anyway, but basically what I'm saying, it's not a matter of size. Okay, it's not a matter of you being big or small or things like that. They had clothes to fit every body. Okay, literally every physical body, and still look nice. Okay, I'm hearing like maintain your decency. Okay, that's just what I'm hearing. All right, but I'm just saying, like it's just very disappointing. So then I'm talking to people what shop online. I have to try my clothes on. I like to try my clothes on. They still have department stores out here. They still have fitting rooms. Okay, I don't have to shop online. Certain things I have to try on, and I've bought stuff, okay, online, and it was a wreck. The material was shitty. Okay, the picture looked real nice. The material was shitty. It didn't fit, a particular way, and I end up having to send it back. I have time for that. I don't want to be bothered with that, is what I'm saying. I like to try on things and see how they fit. So you still have the department stores. You still have the fitting rooms. You still have these stores here. We're not in a position yet where they just done tore down every single store, and you have no choice but to shop online. Okay, and I don't mind getting out of the house. You understand what I'm saying? But it was just interesting. I've been like, this is what thing. So when I left Macy's the first time, I said, well, look around. Okay, look at how people are dressed. Even on your job, I'm working in a district where there is no uniform, there is no policy. Okay, just don't come in with holes in your jeans and all of that kind of stuff. Fine, I'm in a different building now. Same district, different building. This building is different than the other building I was in. Okay, the people in this building, they dress more professionally, not all top of the line professionally, but more so than at the other building that I was in. And again, I'm in a different position, okay, than I was in before. And it just does something to your to your spirit. When you are able to dress in a professional manner, in a professional environment, especially depending on whatever your position is, So I just found it interesting. Now, me personally, see, I don't mind writing a letter. Okay, I've written letters before, all the way to the top, CEO of the company, president of the company, and actually have gotten responses and actually have seen changes. Okay, I'm gonna write these folks. Okay, and if you feel the same way, okay, join me. Okay, and write these companies and say, hey, look, listen, there's still a collective of people out here who, because I'm talking to people and they're shaking their heads saying the same thing. I know it's very disappointing. I'm having that problem too. So I'm not the only person having this problem with, wanting to present myself in a certain way, but finding it difficult because of what's out there. Okay, what's available to people out there, which is not that much. I don't need my clothes to hug every single part of my body, all the time. Okay, I remember when they first started putting that stretchy material, lycra, whatever the hell it is, in jeans. I did not wear those jeans because I didn't like them. I thought they were ugly. Okay, personally, that was then. Okay, I wear them now. But that was then. Jeans, I don't necessarily mind too much. I know how to maneuver and make that work. But no, not in a again, a certain type of a setting. Okay, I don't. And slips, I was in Macy's, I did see one slip, but damn, you know, it had that stretchy shit in it too. Okay, because I remember a time at one point I would go looking for slips and couldn't find a slip no damn where, in no damn department store. Okay, and then I went to what's called the Silverman's. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. It's kind of like, I don't want to say Ross. It's not like a Ross. It's maybe a step or two down from Ross. Maybe 3 steps down, okay? But anyway, I think that's just local. I think that Silverman's is just local. I did find a slip, but it wasn't made well. Okay, it wasn't made well. So I had a friend, she said, well, I get a catalog, and this is where I buy my slips from. You know, I don't need my undergarment. I just, my undergarments, any of it, I'm not into that. You know, it hugging every single part of my body. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with morals or nothing like that. You know, I just don't like it, and I just don't think it looks good. And I'm not saying it don't look good on you. Okay, I'm talking about me. It does not look good on me, but yet once again, I am not, in my eyes. Okay, yet it don't have that nice, sleek, finished, polished look for me, and yet I'm talking to other women who are feeling the same way. All right, so I just wanted to make a video about that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I don't like it. I don't like it. And like I said, if y'all feel the same way, join me. Join me in my you know, whatever you want to call it, shit, to, you know, see if something can be done. Because there are people, okay, there are people here around who are having this issue, and we don't have to be quiet about everything. Now, some people may think this is silly. Some people may think that this ain't nothing to, you know, be up in arms about. It is. Okay, how you dress and how you present yourself to the world, if you know, is important. You know, especially depending on, you know, what you're doing and depending on your position and title. My situation for weight loss, I'm taking it slow, taking my time. And it's not about, you know, I don't know. Everything don't have to be sexual. You know, I don't need to be looked at it as Miss Sexy Thing. You know what I'm saying? And my clothes to grip, you know, every single hump and everything, you know, on my body. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? For me, I think it's gross. I said for me. All right, so don't nobody get heated and offended. It's gross for me. I don't like it. I don't like to present myself in that manner. You understand what I'm saying? But I think about what the man said, the slobification of America. And it is. It's sloppy. Okay, it's sloppy. You know, what's wrong with, you know, and I know people, these companies want to cut corners as far as we call it you know, financial corners and all of that type of thing, but yet you're charging more for lower quality. Okay, and it's not just the fact that there's no lining there. I know you ain't putting a lining there because it costs more. Okay, but as well, but you want to charge more for bad material, you know. And because my mother was a seamstress and she taught me how to look at things and to, you know, understand material and stitching and all of that type of thing, I do look, you know, I do look at those things. And if it's poorly made, you know, you stitched it and you haven't ironed that down, you know, for those of you who sew, you know what I'm talking about, okay, for it to lay a nice way on your body. I don't want that shit. And I went for years buying shit like that. It's garbage. And I threw it away. I got rid of it. Well, I didn't throw it away. When I say I throw it away, I mean I got rid of it. You know, I like to donate stuff, you know, but it's just like, I'm not wasting money like that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just my rant for the day. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't tried to cover up this red. It was just so bright, and I liked it for a while, you know, but it was so bright, so I got red stuff all over my jacket here. I got this, you know, spring thing. I got it a while ago. I need to wash it, but I got it at Macy's. I ended up getting this for free, you know, because I got the what's that thing with Macy's, a credit card with Macy's. You know how they do the Star Rewards and all that kind of stuff. So somebody had returned the coat, and they were selling it for like $20, and that's how much money I had in the Star Rewards money or whatever, $20. So I just had to pay the tax on it. But anyway, I just want to share that with y'all today. That's my rant for the day. Okay, let's get, back to it. Everybody don't want stuff gripped on every single part of their body. It can be uncomfortable, if that's what you like, that's cool. I'm talking about me. Have options, for those of us who want something more, okay, and want to look a certain way and present ourselves to the world a certain way. And goddamn, put some more slips back in the stores. Stop making slips again, okay? If only people knew what a slip can do for you. You can put on a skirt and it show every crevice in your ass without a slip. You put on some pantyhose and a slip, you see nothing. You see nothing, and it just falls differently. I mean, it just lays on you, nice. Okay? You just look good, just sharp. Finished. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. All right. All right, that's all I got to say. I got to go run back in here. My lunch break is over. All right. Y'all be blessed. Peace. Check out my website, kenyattasintuition.com. All right. And when I say I'm going to write these companies, I mean what the fuck I say. I'm going to write them and tell them, I am not the only one with this complaint. And I know I ain't the only person who done wrote somebody and said, what the hell is going on? Can y'all please, something, do something, okay, to bring the standard of, your clothes back to, a level. And don't tell me you can't afford it, because you're charging more. You're charging more for lower quality. I have gotten some things from Walmart that were better quality than Nordstrom Rack. I've gotten sweaters from Walmart that have lasted for years. Gotten something from the department store, that shit fall apart with like 2 or 3 washes. That ought not be. All right. But nevertheless, y'all be blessed. I gotta go. Peace.